Did you guys hear about Ben Swan, who used to be in mainstream news, but I guess now is like independent or something? But anyway, he's talking about how the weather radar systems in the Middle East were blown up, and now all of a sudden it's raining there in all over Iran and whatchamacallit, all those countries around there are getting rain now, which is shocking. We all know that's going on. Okay, let's see here. Shout out to Thrax. What's going on, man? And Desiree. Desiree, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Okay, hold on a sec. Yo, Swing, what's going on, man? And Linda. Linda's on the live too. Shout out to Linda. Okay, let me more people are getting on here, and I'm gonna shout out the live on Instagram real quick. Swing, it is Friday, that's right, man. Tomorrow's the weekend. The weekend. The weekend. Interesting, eh? Okay, hold on a second here. Exactly, Butterdog. Shout out to Desiree, who's about to take her stack, and it's a blue sky where she is. Good to hear, Desiree. Okay, let's shout out this live on Instagram action. What we got? Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's blue skies here actually too, which is great to see. They're taking a break in the trails, in the plains, spraying us, I guess. Dude, so in the Middle East right now, they bombed some weather stations, weather radars, or stations. Anyway, it's pouring rain in places that haven't rained in like 15 years. So many people think that there was a weather modification going on. What's going on, everyone? So, guys, we're talking about the plan for 2030 with the cars, which we know in 2027, all new cars are going to have this AI microchip, or an AI camera rather, that reads your like irises. It's going to be facial recognition. And also, they have in the UK, they're putting a new special camera that will make sure you have both hands on the wheel. You need to have both hands on the wheel if you want to drive. And if one of your hands is off the wheel, it's going to honk at you, it's going to beep, it's going to harass you until you put both hands on the wheel. So we're getting into AI control of us, our ability to drive around, and this is 100% part of the plan. Eventually, they want us in. They don't even want you having a car. Of course, the first stage of communism is to abolish private property. So they don't want you having a car. Eventually, everyone, if they have their way, which they're not going to win this thing, but they would have everyone jammed into AI controlled like smart buses, and it's public transit, which is also classic of communistic regimes and whatnot. Except this one is a little bit different because it would be AI. It wouldn't be some king or queen telling us what to do. It'd be AI. This is what they're already talking about. So listen, we're talking about this and a lot more on my Rumble live stream channel, which we are streaming on right this second. If you click the link in my bio, you can come on over to Rumble. And this is where we do full-blown deep dives, no censorship. They don't want you hearing this stuff. I can't even post about all this on Instagram for obvious reasons. They don't want you knowing it. So that's why I made my Rumble channel. We've gotten strikes on Instagram before for literally just talking about fluoride. And we're talking about a lot more than that on my Rumble channel. So if you want to tune in, click the link in my bio, come on over to Rumble, or go comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, and you'll get the link sent directly to your DMs. By the way, Rumble, it's a free speech alternative to YouTube, and they have, so it's free to download, free to watch, and free speech, and they have a lot of stuff on there that is completely banned on YouTube. So Rumble is a good spot to be on. Okay, so hope to see you guys on Rumble. We'll see you right there. All right, much love, everyone. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Did you guys see I posted McCormick Spices has now been purchased by Unilever. So McCormick, those damn spices, man, they'll be forever changed at this point. Yeah. Butterdog says, luckily I have a Jeep, so even if they install that to my 2018 Jeep Wrangler, there's an 80% chance the electronics fail and it doesn't work. Shout out to Butterdog, man. That's actually a strong play, man. Keep your complete hunk of junk shit box, and then they can't even they won't even be able to. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny though, people do roast Jeeps, but they're all right. But I know they're a bit shit. But what car isn't shit these days? It's only the old cars that are good anyway now. I mean, really, even so we know that Toyotas are like famous for being good, but even the new Toyota Hiluxes, which you cannot get in North America, so new Toyota Hiluxes, not the 1990s ones, but ones that look identical to them but are newly manufactured in Dubai and stuff, they're shit. I watched Whistling Diesel do a video on it, and he thought that he was going to get in the seat of like, wow, go back in time and drive like a really nice vehicle. They build them shittily. Everything's planned obsolescence these days, man. C. Jack said he'll drive his grandpa's 1999 GMC Sierra around. That's good, man. That is a good. If you could have our parents, what they really should have done is, depending on what age you are, but I mean, dude, they could have got, like, imagine if you bought a new vehicle in the 1980s and you just parked it. You just parked it. You didn't go on vacation that year. Instead, you just bought a new vehicle and parked it. Be worth a lot of cash now. Do that 10 times. Or better yet, buy all the properties or the houses of fourplexes that are like, at the time, they were probably 50 grand back then. Buy a fourplex, and in 15 years, the tenants have paid it off. It's appreciated over 100%. And if you hang on, I mean, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of stuff. It's just shocking, man. King of Bees says, bro, I need some more chocolate, but it's $100 a bag, and I consume it in less than a week. What can I do about that? LOL. Dude, King of Bees, it is very easy to go through the chocolate powders extremely quickly just because of the deliciousness, and probably your DNA is like craving it too because it's so freaking good for you. What I think is, that's good, Swing, newest vehicle 2014. Well, King of Bees, we are giving away, so I was going to wait to get into this, but we'll just go right off the cuff then. So we got AI stuff to talk about, car stuff to talk about, and Toyota stuff to talk about. But at the beginning of this live, like 5 minutes before I started it, I talked to Chalk, and they said not only are they giving away a few bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, on today's live, but they're also giving away $60 bottles of the Chalk minerals in conjunction with the lit, which totals $160 worth of freebies to one person on today's live. We'll get it started with, you got to go to chalk.com to get bumped first in line, which, you know, Chalk ships out of Georgia. They are based in Texas. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So for starters, go to chalk.com. I'll explain how to get $160 worth of freebies. The number one, and then I'm going to tell you more, King of Bees. I'll give you another angle to your question in 2 seconds. So number one superfood at chalk.com. And this is first come, first serve. So you do want to click the link ASAP to get bumped first in line. Number one superfood at chalk.com is the hot water purified shilajit. So it's a hormone optimizer. This is a fertility booster. It's an herbal mineral compound that comes from the Himalayan mountains. It increases, it literally has anti-aging effects. It has carbon 60 in it. It also massively increases the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. So you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. It also boosts testosterone for men and balances hormones for women. It is a game changer. It has thousands of reviews. You will love the Chalk hot water purified shilajit. This does not go to say that every single shilajit does the same thing. Most shilajit is the tar resin shilajit, which is 20 to 30% water. Usually it's significantly diluted and full of heavy metals, so you don't want that. But this shilajit, super detoxing, super delicious. And I say delicious. I mean, actually, shilajit is known not to taste good. That's why we encapsulated it. But anyways, shilajit, number one supplement for men and women. The second most potent superfood at chalk.com for men and women is the organic ashwagandha, which is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it also has 43 clinical studies. So this is one of the most clinically researched superfood at chalk.com. So the way the deal works to get the $160 worth of freebies, if you're on the website and you click products and you see the male or female vitality stack, if you put the male or female stack in your cart and you apply the coupon code on the subscription 44LIFE, that's 44 life, that unlocks a 44% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, if you place your order on the live and you're the first person on the live to place your order, you get the $100 bag of the lit powder and you get the $60 bottle of the minerals. Now, keep in mind, speaking of the chemtrails that aren't happening right now, I guess actually, they probably still are spraying this in the Middle East, but at least they're not able to use the radar system to like beam clouds around. That's how it works, by the way. They use electromagnetic frequencies. They beam it into the sky. They move clouds around. All that stuff, unfortunately, what goes up must come down. And they're finding nanobots, barium, aluminum, strontium, all kinds of crazy stuff in soil supplies all around the world. We are being sprayed by it, unfortunately. But the good news is we can, of course, be detoxing, and that's what this is all about, taking the shilajit, taking the ashwagandha. The third superfood in the male stack is the Tongkat 100, which is wild-crafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforests. This stuff boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Plus, it increases sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. Tongkat Ali is a complete game changer. Again, that's the third one in the male vitality stack. In the female stack, the third one is the wild-crafted Irish moss. Most Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics because none of those islands treat their gray water. But the chalk Irish moss, they specifically sourced it in Nova Scotia, pristine cold waters of the Atlantic, North Atlantic maybe. Super potent, rebuilds your DNA, increases brain function massively, and also increases nutrient absorption and nutrient delivery, which is pretty freaking cool. So the chalk Irish moss, you're going to love it. You feel like $1 million taking it. And keep in mind, every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So if you're taking the male or female stack, you're getting the shilajit and or the ashwagandha, and or the Irish moss, both of which have a ton of bioavailable minerals, which rebuild your DNA and detox heavy metals. Shout out to Scramble the Jets, who said he makes tea with shilajit every day. Let me ask you this, Scramble the Jets. So the reason Chalk went with the hot water purified shilajit, and by the way, guys, there's a ton of people on the site right now who just went to it. Remember, you want to apply the discount code 44LIFE, 44LIFE, on the male or female stack to unlock the 44% off lifetime discount. And if you're the first person to place your order, you get $160 worth of freebies included in your order. And that's first come, first serve. So Scramble the Night, let me ask you this, though. Quick question. What kind of shilajit is this? When you say you make it with the tea, I'm thinking that probably means it's the tar resin shilajit. The only thing I should mention is to just beware and be careful of the tar resin, because most shilajit tar resin, for one, it is kind of deceiving that they can call shilajit resin a concentrate, because shilajit in its natural form is solid. So in order for it to become a tar resin, they got to add minimum 20 to 30% water. So 20 to 30% water weight. It's kind of like back in the day when you used to buy a bag of weed from someone and they do, they would like mist it or spray it with some water or some liquid so that it gets more weight to it and they can sell it for more. But then the real problem is the vast majority of shilajit tar resin, because it's diluted, usually has 10 to 15 times less bioactive compounds than in the hot water purified shilajit that Chalk has. And believe it or not, there's a bunch of websites that have articles on specifically the importance of getting purified shilajit, not the tar resin shilajit. Also, the National Journal of Ayurvedic Medicine, which is like India's source of their Ayurvedic. You got traditional Chinese medicine, and then you got Ayurvedic stuff. The Journal of Ayurvedic Medicine says, do not do the tar resin. It's too often. For one, every company that's selling tar resin is literally buying buckets of it from like there's only a couple different sources, and then they slap their label on it. So you got to watch out for that. But my main thing, Scramble the Jets, is make sure you see the heavy metal tests on it too, because that's the other problem with the tar resin shilajit. You got to watch out for the heavy metal contamination. However, I will say, Scramble the Jets, if you feel a difference taking the tar resin shilajit, you will be mind blown taking the Chalk hot water purified shilajit. Also, it's a good thing you chimed in on this live because this $160 freebie deal. So to answer Ish, he said, what's included in the $160 worth of freebies? You get the $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which stimulates stem cell production. It boosts your gut microbiome. It's super detoxing and it's delicious. And the $60 bottle of the chalk minerals, which is extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah. It's got the full matrix of minerals, which rebuilds your DNA, detoxes heavy metals, and massively increases nutrient absorption and nutrient delivery. So that's the $160 worth of freebies. There's a bunch of people on the site right now. If you are on the site, quickly get your order placed to you put the male or female Vitality Stack subscription in your cart. You apply the discount code 44LIFE, which unlocks a 44% off lifetime discount. And then if you place your order, you're the next one to place it. You get $160 worth of freebies. King of Bees says, so how do you get 100? So, dude, King of Bees, you can either. How about this, King of Bees? This is a little bit crazy, but let me know your thoughts. You want more lit powder, right? What about if you got, let's say, so wait, I got to ask you a few questions first. King of Bees, what are you subscribed to right now at Chalk? Are you taking a stack? Are you subscribed to a lit, or did you get a free lit and now you're running out? Let me know your situation, King of Bees, and I can discuss from there. Now, I'm glad Scramble the Jets chimed in too, because what we found out, well, I've been talking about for a while, is that because Shilajit is in both the male and female Vitality Stack, Shilajit is a potentiator, so it increases the potential of any other herb or superfood with it. So if you're taking the Shilajit with the ashwagandha and the Tomcat 100, then interestingly, you'll get even more benefits from both the Tomcat and the ashwagandha. And that's, again, in the male Vitality Stack. Now, the male stack, that Tomcat, remember, it's clinically studied to boost free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Plus, it increases sperm count up to 688%. Yes. Super freaking good for you. Every single guy should be taking the Tomcat. There's a ton of people on the site right now. King of Bees, because you're already subscribed to the male stack, Chalk is listening in, or one of their top guys is DMing me as we speak, watching the live, keeping tabs on what's going on. And he said that we can do buy one, get one free for the lit for King of Bees. So King of Bees, if you go get a chalk lit powder, you add it to your cart, and you apply the discount code 44LIFE, 44% off for life, and we'll give you a free lit. He says, I need 3 extra chalk bags, though, or 2 at least. Okay, if you get 2 bags of lit and you use the discount code 44LIFE, we can give you a lit and a minerals, because I don't think you've tried the chalk minerals yet, and it's freaking amazing, dude. Remember, though, the code only works on the subscription. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. Just keep in mind, a ton of the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose of superfoods in order to experience the full range of benefits. Actually, sorry, King of Bees, it's not a lit and a minerals. It's if you get 2 bags of lit, you get 2 bags free with the code 44LIFE. If you get 10 bags, you get 10 free. So it's capped at 10 bags. So King of Bees, if you want to go freaking stock up massively on the lit, this is a BOGO deal, and we'll match your order. However many lits you'll get one free. But that's because King of Bees, guys, has already subscribed to the male stack, so he's kind of like grandfathered in. He is like a grandfather. But if you haven't ordered chalk before, you're getting $160 worth. Well, I think Ish has ordered chalk before, but basically, if you place your order on the live to a male or female stack, you're going to get the lit powder and the $60 bottle of the chalk minerals, which, again, we found out the benefits of humic acid yesterday in even more detail than I knew. Guys, humic acid, which is a bioactive compound that is in Shilajit and in the chalk minerals, literally is pretty much one of the most powerful bioactive compounds in the known world. So it's very interesting. Massive effects for detoxification in your gut microbiome. So it binds to heavy metals and contaminants and pesticides in your digestive tract and excretes it out of you. Also, I'm sure it has anti-aging effects because every single mineral ignites a different biological process in the body. And most people are getting less than 10% of the minerals today, even if they're eating 100% organically. So that's got to have a life lengthening effect as well. Dude, King of Bees, you would be crazy to not go with a full 10 bags, by the way. I know you're saying, what, dude? If you buy 10, you get 20? Like, if you buy 10, you get 20 bags of lit in the mail? Like, that is crazy, dude. You actually would be the first person probably to ever do that. Shout out to Herbert. Guys, Herbert, by the way, is literally a aircraft jet mechanic. Look at what you just said. Yeah, you can open up the capsules and put them in your tea, Scramble the Jets. Shout out to Scramble the Jets, by the way. There's a ton of people on the site right now. Remember, the first person to get the male or female stack with the discount code 44life, you get $160 worth of freebies. And keep in mind, in the male and female stack is the Shilajit, which again is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It increases the potential of any other herb or superfood that's taken with it. And it gives you a massive boost in mental clarity, focus, concentration, and cognition because of its brain boosting effects. Also, hold on a second. Let me double check something here. Boom, bang, bing. Far North fan, I'm headed to Spokane. Wow, that's awesome. Shout out to Far North fan. Stay alert and in prayer. Shout out to Far North fan, who is quite far north, but then now she's got to go a little bit west to go to Spokane, eh? Shout out to Far North fan. Freaking awesome. Okay, hold on a second. Someone just ordered a Shilajit and an ashwagandha. Congratulations to who just got the Shilajit and ashwagandha. Because you ordered, but you didn't quite get a stack, but you did use the right coupon code, we are going to give you a yes, you can-ish, as long as it's 3 products in there. As long as you get at least 3 things in the custom bundle, yes, you can get the $160 worth of freebies. Yes-ish. So hold on a second. Someone just got, the Shilajit and the Tomcat. So we're going to get you a free bag of the Lit powder. So you got a $100 freebie in your order. You got 2 products. If you get the male or female stack subscription, though, again, you get the full-blown. For one, it's maximum bang for your buck. You're getting more superfoods at a deeper discount, 44%, and then you also get, of course, the Lit and the minerals. It is the best deal Chalk has done in an insanely long time. And I probably am about to shout out the live on Instagram again in a second here too. So if you guys are on the fence or you're on the site, quickly get your order placed ASAP to unlock the $160 worth of freebies. Hold on a second. Someone just got a ultra stack. Okay, someone just got an ultra stack. So hold on a second. That is bigger than the normal stack. So that person automatically is getting hooked up to the max. However, the deal was the male or female vitality stack gets the $160 worth of freebies. So technically, even though someone got a stack, they got an ultra stack, so there is still a slot left to get the male or female stack with the code 44life and get $160 worth of freebies. Dude, shout out to who got the freaking ultra stack. Was that Swing? I wonder if that was Swing, man. Also, shout out to Scramble the Jets. If you're still on here, dude, it's interesting because we actually got roasted a little while ago. Well, not a little while ago, years ago, when we launched, when Chalk sourced out their supply of the purified Shilajit. There was a guy on Instagram who I have no bad blood with now, but he did make up a bunch of materially false claims saying that because he was selling the tar resin. And he's like, oh, guys, you don't want the powdered shit, blah, 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 blah. Hold on a second. Guys, if you're watching this live, do not, listen, make sure that so 2 things. To get the 44% off discount, you got to subscribe. You got to put the subscription in your cart. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption. To get the freebies, you got to order the subscription. So make sure you subscribe and you do not place the one-time order, or if you did place the one-time order, let's get that figured out and get you to be able to get the freebies. So if you're on the site right now, make sure you use the correct discount code and make sure it's on a subscription. Shout out to Ish. So to clarify, because the other day, someone on the live ordered something with a discount code they found somewhere else on the internet. This deal for $160 worth of freebies is specific to the coupon code 44life, 44LIFE. So you got to use that discount code. I just wanted to clarify because we still have 1 slot left for the $160 worth of freebies, and I think Ish is going to claim it. We are about to shut out the live on Instagram here in a second, though, so keep your head on a swivel. If you're on the fence, get your order placed. This is what I wanted to say to Scramble the Jets. Dude, so what's interesting is, that ashwagandha has a lot of overlapping benefits with the Shilajit. So ashwagandha is considered the king of herbs in India. It massively increases melatonin production. We were also looking at the benefits yesterday for men and women that were exceeding what I knew about the benefits of ashwagandha. But so listen to this. Ashwagandha helps the body manage physical and emotional. And by the way, King of Bees, comment on the live once you order for the special BOGO deal we're doing for you, King of Bees. So King of Bees, I want to hold a slot for you to basically double whatever lit you order today. Let me know as soon as you get your order placed, King of Bees. So ashwagandha, again, in the male and female stack, helps the body manage physical and emotional stress by lowering cortisol, the stress hormone. Improves sleep. It acts as a calm-inducing agent, helping to combat, let's just say, helping you get 1,000 times better sleep. Athletic performance. Ashwagandha studies show it can improve muscle strength, speed, power, and cardiovascular endurance, which is freaking interesting. Cognitive function and memory. It may improve focus, memory, and information processing speed. I didn't know about that angle to it, dude. Evidence suggests it can increase testosterone levels and improve sperm quality and fertility in men and boost hormone optimization in women. So again, it's an adaptogen. It adapts to the individual's needs and requirements, which means that if a guy takes the Tongkat Ali or the ashwagandha, he will get a boost of testosterone. But for women, it does not boost their testosterone. It calibrates their endocrine system. So it assumes your gender, actually, is what happens. So hold on a second. There's a bunch of people on the site right now. If you were on the site, King of Bees already knows what to do. But anyone else who's not ordered before, make sure you get that order placed ASAP to unlock the massive dose of freebies. I'm going to shout out the live real quick on Instagram. We're going to grandfather you guys into this deal to make sure that you get completely hooked up if you place your order in the next, before the next group of people come in here and then end up ordering from the live. So hold on a second. Prominence on smart TVs. Hold on, this is crazy. One simple message for the traditional media. You cannot force people into watching things they don't want to watch and passing rules. Updates to the regulation of TV and video on demand services in the UK. Breaking news. Prominence laws. Wow. So basically, mainstream news and government agencies are going to be paying and figuring out a way to get their videos at the top of your feed on YouTube above any other creators. So it's going to be state-sponsored media. Of course, we knew that's coming around the corner, man, but that is shocking. Let me, I'll make a video on that in a second, actually. Okay, let me see here. Boom, bang, bing. Dude, shout out to Ish, man. He's about to get hooked up massively. And King of Bees. King of Bees, by the way, what do you love so much about the lit powder, dude? You just love the taste? You love the vibrational frequency you experience from it? Or what is it, King of Bees? Let me know, dude. I'm going to let this video download, and then I'm going to get live again on Instagram to shout it out. Yeah, so shocking situation with this AI car shit. I don't know how that's going to happen, man. I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like they have a bunch of plans for all kinds of things to happen, but they're not going to happen before divine intervention, surely. Hold on a sec. Dude, apparently the website is literally popping off right now. So if you guys are on the site, you are popping off the website. You may even, the server might even not even be able to process the amount of people on the site right now, dude. So, I mean, it will, but there's a shitload of people on the site. Hold on a sec. King of Bees says it tastes great. I mix it with milk or coconut milk. It's very delicious. Makes me feel great too. King of Bees, dude. The other day still a frigid May. I don't know about you guys, but it's not as warm as it's supposed to be this time of year. It's pretty cold. So anyway, hot cup of lit in a giant thermos outside, chilly but sunny. It was a vibe, dude. And then of course these stem cells that you get from the lit powder. It's funny. Stem cell production, stem cells therapy is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. You're telling me I can just drink hot cocoa and get the same benefits without needing like a placenta or whatever? It's freaking shocking, man. And again, free with your male or female stack on the live today if you place your order with the code 44life. Let me shout out the live real quick, and then I will tell you guys all about the latest shocking breaking news. And if you're on the site, I mean, let me say this to the people on the website, just so you know, every single chalk superfood has a completely different thing about it that you won't find in any other, comparative thing on the internet. So for example, the ashwagandha we have is certified organic and has 43 clinical studies. Most ashwagandha is farmed in China and it's full of strange chemicals. It's basically the Shanghai surprise. Ours, among those clinical studies, is the fertility benefits, the brain function, the memory, the concentration, the sperm count for men, the hormone optimization for women. It's a total superfood. Then in the female stack, you have the Irish moss. Irish moss, most moss is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics. Irish moss that we have is wildcrafted from Nova Scotia. Scramble the Jet said, thanks for the work you're doing. I'm looking forward to optimizing my wellness with these supplements. What a lovely message, man. Shout out to Scramble the Jets. Scramble the Jets, what did you get, dude? Let me know exactly what you got and give me your order number ASAP so I can hype you up on the deal. Hold on a second. And then the Shilajit, of course, you guys heard, we talked to Scramble the Jets about the tar resin versus the powder. Our Shilajit, massively beneficial for comparative to the most tar resins, which usually only have 5 to 10% of the bioactive compounds that a purified variant has. Not all purified variants, though. Of course, there's some variables of Shilajit that even though they're powder, you got to watch out. But we got the lab tests for that. We got the clinical studies, the lab tests, the heavy metal tests. You'll feel like $1 million freaking bucks. Hold on a second. Yeah, exactly. And not to mention, too, if you take the Tongkat Ali in the male vitality stack, then you're getting all the shocking, crazy benefits of the testosterone boost, which we know guys today have less than 50%. They've dropped, testosterone levels have dropped 50% in the last 50 years, which is freaking insane. Plus, sperm counts off a cliff, fertility rates are off a cliff. We know this is part of the depopulation agenda, which is why I think it's more important than ever before to be of sound mind and sound body. So, guys, I'm telling you right now, yes, you will notice a massive difference taking chalk. I think it's 30% of chalk's active subscribers report feeling a difference in the first few days of taking it. Another 30% is within the first few weeks. And then the rest is after that. But the main thing is that if you're getting it into you consistently, based on the clinical studies, you are being benefited. So if you're taking chalk consistently, you are obtaining benefits 100%. So don't get hung up on what time window and all that. The main thing is that it's just you're getting it into you, And I'm sure, look how Scramble the Jets already has a quite a good consistency with the tar resin he was taking. It's even easier to take the capsules. So it's freaking awesome, dude. And I am stoked that Chalk can do the $160 worth of freebies, man. Scramble the Jets says he's about to order the Shilajit, the Tongkat, and the minerals. I'll shoot you a message when I'm ordering. Thanks, man. It'll be at 3 p.m. Shout out to Scramble the Jets, dude. Shout out to Scramble the Jets. I'll try to hold a slot for you. If you fully are 100% unable to place your order earlier, let me know. Just because they're doing this kind of lifetime, limited time, deal where you get this max amount of freebies. If you got the Shilajit, the Tongkat, and the minerals, you definitely qualify for the $160 worth of freebies. It's just the time window is where I'm a bit concerned. Are you sure you're not able to literally smash that in right now? Because there's a bunch of people on the site and it's supposed to be first come, first serve. But let me know, Scramble the Jets, your thoughts, and we can figure something out, dude. But I just want to make sure that you get fully hooked up to the complete max. And keep in mind too, guys, what's interesting about the minerals, which is why we were going to give it away, why it's in the freebie deal, is because, again, and you can check this out, there is a humic shale, so Humic, humic shale deposit in Utah. And they discovered that, I'm positive more. Okay, shut up to Scramble the Jets, man. Shut up to Scramble the Jets. DM me your order number or send it to me on here. If I'm still live on here, of course, send it to me on here and I'll make sure you get hooked up, Scramble the Jets. That's okay, dude. Thank you for letting me know. So again, humic acid, massive benefits to your DNA, to your bloodstream, to your gut microbiome. It's considered to be, look at this. We looked at this yesterday. So get ready to be excited about this, Scramble the Jets. benefits of humic acid. Okay, this is for men and women. So it acts as a binding agent. So detoxification and heavy metal binding. Humic acid has a high absorption capacity, 7 to 10 times higher than inorganic agents like zeolites, allowing it to bind to toxins and heavy metals and remove them from the body. Wow. Immune system support. Dude, I'll tell you all of it in 2 seconds. Holy shit, dude. I mean, crappers. Yo, Ish, guys, Ish, he basically just ordered the freaking kitchen sink, bro. Ish just pretty much ordered everything and the kitchen sink. He just placed a gigantic order. We're going to need literally a forklift to lift up all of his product and put it in a gigantic box. You won't even be able to wrap your freaking head around. Yo, Ish 100% just qualified to get the free lit powder and the free $60 bottle of the chalk freaking minerals. Shout out to Ish, who just got $160 worth of freebies after making a gigantic, gargantuan freaking order. Dude, hold on a second. Ish, you are a Giga Chat, dude, and thank you for keeping the lights on in the freaking stream and the lights on in your pineal gland too, bro. Amazing, dude. Ish, I'm stoked for you. Tell me what, Ish, hold on a second. Ish, tell me what you got, dude. That's freaking amazing. I'm not even joking, guys. Ish literally just got a ton of stuff. I got everything in the custom bundle. Did you get the Chad mode? Ish, shout out to Ish, man. So hold on a second. Shout out to King of Bees, who also just ordered, and he got 2 lits, which means he's getting 2 lits. Shout out to King of Bees. He says he made his order now, and it's subscribed for every 3 weeks. Will I be getting 4 every 3 weeks? If so, I can keep it subscribed like this. Please let me know. Thank you. Order number. Dude, King of Bees, yes, that's exactly how it would work, I believe. Yes, that should be right. That should. Oh, no, wait. So hold on. To clarify, you ordered 2, and then you're getting 2 free from this month's for your first order. It wouldn't be that you're getting 2 free every renewal. Do you know what I mean? It's 2. You got 2 and you're getting 2 free, but you're subscribed to 2. Let me know. Like, don't tell me that you thought you were getting 2 free every single time. Let me know. I don't want you to be flustered, but I want you to be stoked and get you hooked up. So let me know. Shout out to Dan in the living room, or sorry, Dan the living man. Shout out to Dan, man. Dude, hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Dude, there's a ton of people on the site right now. Dude, Ish, I gotta hype you up, man. Tell me, did you get the Action 2.02 Ish? There's still the site is still popping, bro, and we still have a lit and a minerals to give away to someone who get a freaking bag of a male or female vitality stack. So hold on, if someone just joined, just so you guys know, right now what we're doing is the next person to go to chalk.com and get a male or female vitality stack subscription, which has the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Irish Moss, or the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Tomcat 100. Next person to get a male or female vitality stack at chalk.com with the discount code 44life, which unlocks a 44% off lifetime discount. Automatically, you guys are going to receive, the next person anyway, is going to receive $160 worth of freebies. The $100 bag of lit powder and the $60 bottle of the chalk minerals. So if you're on the fence, this is pretty much the last call because a bunch of people just ordered, but a bunch of different stuff. Free lit, free minerals, boom, bang, ding. Place your order ASAP. Apparently, there's a ton of people on the site right now. Remember, you're putting the male or female vitality stack in your cart, and you're applying the discount code 44life. Make sure it's on the subscription, not the one-time order. Shout out to King of Bees, who just got 2 bags of lit powder. You're going to feel like $1 million. You already know that. I don't even need to tell you. King of Bees already takes the lit powder, but he ran out of it so fast he got more. And then Ish, who ordered basically everything from the website, who is a freaking nut job, dude. Shout out to Ish. Ish, where are you hailing from again, dude? Let me know. I gotta say something to Chalk. Hold on. What was I gonna say? How much milligram? Yo, shout out to Dan. Dan, you got a freaking your head's on a swivel, bro. You got an eyeball like a hawk, bro. When will there be a Shane Plays a Game tour? What do you mean, like stream with my head in the corner playing a game? Is that what you mean, dude? Dan, let me know, bro. I would give him more. Dude, shout out to Matthew. Don't you worry, dude. We hooked Ish up out the yin yang, bro. Plus, I will say, usually the custom bundle builder, it's like, it's supposed to be locked with like a 20% off discount or something. It's not supposed to even be able to do 44% off on the custom bundle because some people, they don't like abuse it. But if they put everything in there, 44% off can cut the, I guess, like margins a bit tight to where it's like, oh shit, like if everyone did that, we'd be gimped. But regardless, he got hooked up fully. Playing the Vitalize Your Health game with Chalk game. Okay, dude, that's an interesting way of spinning that. Shout out to Dan, man. Good question, bro. Right now, brother. So, dude, that's freaking amazing. And then we still have Scramble the Jets, who's about to place his order too. I'll hold a slot for him, man. So, Ish, congratulations. Ish, tell me which superfoods you just got from Chalk, which have not been that you've never had yet. Like, did you just get a bunch of stuff you've never had before, Ish? Shout out to Ish, man, who's a regular and who's a Giga Chat. Okay, let me shout out the live on Instagram real quick, but hold on, I guess. Okay, hold on. So if I were to shout out the live now and a bajillion people join, we would quickly end up giving away the last lit and minerals. But there's still a bunch of people on the site. So you know what we should do? Oh, that looks good. Yummy food, man. Food, though, you got to fast. You can't be a slave to the yummy taste of all these different foods. You gotta fast every once in a while. You know what we're going to do? So there's a bunch of people on the site. I guess what we'll do is this. Let me double check with Chalk for the time. Like there's going to be some kind of countdown timer because there's still like 5 or 6 people on the website right now. And we should be shutting it down if the next person gets the male or female stack. And so let's see. Calculator. Why did I pull up my calculator? I don't know. Shout out to Meg B. Meg, let me know, Meg. Do I know you, Meg? I know a few Megs. Okay, so by the way, guys, in the male and female vitality stack is the organic ashwagandha, which is so it's certified organic instead of being farmed in China. It massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer and it's a fertility booster. So Ish just got the ashwagandha in his stack at chalk.com, which, by the way, chalk.com, it's first come, first serve. Go to the site ASAP to get bumped first in line. We still have a few freebies left to give away. But that ashwagandha is a total game changer. It's considered the king of herbs in India, and it has 43 clinical studies. I'm actually going to take, though, right now, a dose of the Chalk Daily, which is the #1 supplement for men, which, by the way, listen to this, dude. Listen to this. The Chalk Daily literally contains mucuna, which we just looked at the benefits of, and it increases, listen to this, dude. This is one of the superfoods that's in the Chalk Daily, and there's like 5 other things in it. So listen to what the mucuna does to men who take it, which Herbert is taking it. I don't think Dan, give me your order number. I want to fact check if you actually are subscribed to Chalk. And don't take that the wrong way, but of all the reviews we've ever had, no one, and I mean this 100% wholeheartedly, and I've read every single review that Chalk has ever gotten, especially on the Chad mode, because when they launched that, we watched it like a hawk. No one has ever said that about the Chad mode. So, and I'm not even supposed to promote the Chad mode right now because we're running low on it. So I'm not even going to say like, no, the Chad mode is so amazing, because we're not even supposed to promote the Chad mode. But that would be the first time I've ever heard of that with the Chad mode. Unless, like, what are you drinking it with? Freaking, how are you making your Chad mode? So listen, mucuna, which is in the male vitality stack, listen to this. It's been a staple in Ayurvedic for thousands of years for male fertility. It improves sperm count, sperm motility, seminal quality by restoring antioxidant enzymes in the reproductive system. Increased testosterone levels. For men with fertility issues or low testosterone, mucuna supplementation has been shown to naturally raise testosterone levels. By boosting dopamine, it indirectly stimulates the hormones responsible for testosterone production, which is testicular hormone, by the way. That's what testosterone is. Did you know that? So hold on a second. Dan, so King of Bees says, I have a bunch of the male vitality stack because I'm on a strong, okay. I got to be careful how I read that, King of Bees. But he said, but the Chalk is amazing to have. I love it 100%. We'll start to take the stack soon. Shout out to King of Bees. I love to hear it, dude. Shout out to Ish, who did get the Action 2.0. Dude, Ish, one thing, make sure you take the Action 2.0 with food. Do not have it on an empty stomach. Just make sure you have it with food. Herbert said, he awesome-ish. I added to my stack yesterday. I can't wait for the delivery. Shout out to Herbert, who, guys, by the way, Herbert knows where every single one of his tools is. He is a aircraft mechanic. He is licensed. He is, whatchamacallit, like a professional, dude. So shout out to freaking Herbert, man. I think he's you said in the military or in boot camp or something you were called Herb? Because I was calling you Herb. Let me know. Remind me where you were called Herb from. So Matthew, yeah, so the Chad mode has niacin in it, which gives the niacin flush. And that's what that feeling is, where it stimulates your circulatory and your lymphatic system. So it massively gives you the tingles all over, and you can be itchy from it too. Some people think that's a reaction, but that's a direct effect of the niacin that's in there. But with that being said, Matthew, the main thing is this for you and Dan. So I believe you now, Dan, by the way. If 3 scoops of Chad mode didn't have an effect on you, then all I can say is this. It does have an effect on you because the blue spirulina in there binds to heavy metals and free radicals and excretes them out of the body. So the blue spirulina in the Chad mode definitely detox your ass off. But if you're saying it doesn't have an effect, it does have an effect. But if you didn't feel the effects of the caffeine, maybe you're just like your caffeine receptors are totally fried or something, dude. Don't drink caffeine for like 2 days, then have a Chad mode. It'll blow your freaking socks off, bro. Dialed said, Mucuna is huge for dopamine support, especially these days with stimulations everywhere. That's right, Dialed. Matthew says he loves the lit powder. I love the feeling of it. Me too, dude. It is a freaking game changer. The lit powder is freaking awesome too. So hold on a second. Just so you know, in the female vitality stack, by the way, because there's a bunch of people looking at the female stacks, and this is a Chalk just authorized or initiated, rather, a 15-minute countdown timer for the freebies. So we have 15 minutes starting now. So at 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. EST, this deal will be closed. So if you're on the website right now, get your order placed ASAP. But yo, Dan, we could do, I'll think about it in 2 seconds, but for the people who are looking at the female stacks, keep in mind the Irish moss in there is used for beauty all over the world because it massively increases collagen, something to do with collagen. It's really good for collagen, hair, skin, and nails. And then remember too, anything full of bioavailable minerals, like the Irish moss, like the shilajit, and like the chalk minerals, massively detoxes heavy metals and boosts your gut microbiome. So that's what you're getting in the female stack with the Irish moss that's in there. And then in the male stack, you're getting that with the chalk the chalk shilajit, which is in the Chalk Daily, which I'm taking a dose of right now. What does that mean, Dan? What does that mean, dude? I'm not familiar with that word, actually. Yeah, Dialed. I didn't know Mucuna was that good for you. Like, I knew it was good, but look. So this is in the Chalk Daily, guys, which is in the male vitality stack. Again, the next person to get the male or female stack with the code 44life on the subscription gets a 44% off lifetime discount, which they can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to get the $100 bag of the chalk lit powder and the $60 bottle of the chalk minerals. Dan, so I'm not sure. I know that you can save like 3% or $10 or 5% or something if you pay by a debit card instead of a credit card. So it'd be a direct deposit or whatever, or a direct whatever that is. But I don't know. I don't think Chalk is connected to Klarna. But Dan, dude, we could hook you up with stuff on today's live to make you stoked about your experience with the Chad mode. Like, we can get you hooked up with stuff. Oh no, we don't offer ACH anymore. Okay, which is the thing I just said. So never mind. Credit or debit only, same price. Okay, damn. Save Europe with change by truth, fueled by Chalk. There you go, Dan. Hold on, Dan. Are you the Dan from Belgium? Let me know, dude. So because Mucuna in the Chalk Daily is a natural source of L-Dopa, a direct precursor to the feel-good neurotransmitter dopamine, Mucuna acts as a potent aphrodisiac. It can heighten arousal, improve, and help manage, So it's super good for fertility, put it that way. Pairing it with rhodiola and shilajit and hormones are optimized in the male stack. Shout out to Dialed, who literally is Dialed and knows exactly what he's talking about. Guys, there's 12 minutes and 10 seconds left to get $160 worth of freebies. in your male or female stack with the code 44life. So make sure you put the male or female Vitality stack in your cart, apply the discount code 44LIFE on the subscription. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose. Dan, dude, order something crazy right now. We'll hook you up massively, dude. Just make sure you use that discount code. So Ish just got the Action 2.0, the Ashwagandha, the Daily, the Irish Moss, the Seven Wonders, the Shilajit, 2 Tomcats, good, very strong, the Lit Powder, and the minerals. I originally had the Vitality stack and the minerals. Wow, Ish freaking went wild on the freaking site, man. Ish, I don't think you missed one, except unless the armor is not on the site. I know the Apex is no longer, it's like not discontinued, but it's like temporarily paused. But dude, you pretty much got everything. Shout out to Ish. You basically got the female stack too. So that's good, man. So there you go. That's awesome. Ish, congratulations, dude. I'm freaking stoked for you. Matthew said, I still need to try the Action 2.0, the Daily, the Irish Moss. Armor's off the site. Okay. Seven Wonders and the minerals. But once I get my order, then I'll be trying Seven Wonders and Daily for the first time. Shout out to Matthew, dude. You're going to freaking love it, man. Dan, how did you get hacked though, dude? It seems like all this strange stuff always happens to you and your devices, man. Like, are you like in the dark web or something? Like, why is that stuff always happening to you? Dan, that's awesome, dude. I like your username now, by the way. Better than when it was like Shane and shit. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on a second. Let me double check what's going on the site. We got 10.5 minutes left to get the $160 worth of freebies, and I'm about to shut out the live on Instagram right now too. So if you're on the fence, quickly get your order placed ASAP and get a massive dose of superfoods for your entire consciousness and your DNA. I didn't even mention all this stuff decalcifies your pineal gland, by the way. If you're taking the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Irish Moss, your pineal gland is going to be freaking dialed. Keylogged. What the heck's that mean, dude? Someone like spied on your keystrokes and found out your password kind of thing? How can you prevent that from happening? Like, did you log in on like a library's internet or something? No, there's not. Scramble the Jets. I thought you were gone, dude. So hold on. Is Scramble the Jets and Herbert both former Air Force? Let me know. Dan, rather, if you place a minimum of a stack, I might be able to do that, dude. But it would have to be now, and you'd have to say 100% yes or 100% no, literally right now. There's not a word. So hold on, Scramble the Jets. How do you know about the Apex? Is it because I just mentioned it? And Scramble the Jets. Have you tried chalk before? Let me know, dude. You seem familiar. But anyways, I don't know that it will be. There's no foreseeable, like we got to do some inventory shuffling before that can basically happen. And someone's actually doing a custom bundle builder on the site right now too, which is the best bang for your buck, 100%. I mean, so is the male and female stack, but the custom bundle builder rather is a freaking game changer. Apex is a game, but apex is a word. It's a noun, and it's like when you're at the climax. It's like the peak of something. But yes, that's right, Dan. But that's like saying Battlefield is a game, but Battlefield is also describing an area where a battle's going. I mean, come on, dude. Grand Theft Auto is a crime. It's also a video game. I mean, come on, dude. 9 years in the Air Force between active and reserve duty for me. Wow, Herbert, dude. So did you get deployed? Surely in 9 years, probably, yeah, in the last 9 years, you probably were deployed. I have a friend who is in the Canadian Air Force, and he would help refuel like AC-130s and jets and stuff. And also, so he was the engineer, and he like, man, what a different life, eh? Flying 30-some thousand feet in the air. He actually helped bomb Libya, which I don't know that he's really awake to what Libya was really doing, and so what he kind of took a part of. But like, other than the innocents possibly perishing, like that is pretty cool. It's just something about war, man. Like, it's like everyone says though, no more war. We shouldn't be going to war. But it's romanticized, and there's movies. There's Saving Private Ryan. Like, people get hyped about it, you know. Oh, you were part of the desert scrimmage, really, eh, Herbert? And then I also, one of my bosses, who when we did construction, he was a Canadian commando during. So that's like our Navy SEALs, and he was a Canadian commando for what's that one country where there was the big slaughter of all them? Like they slaughtered each other. So not Somalia. One of those places. Let me zoom in and I'll tell you. As soon as I see it, I'll remember. No, was it Rwanda? Let's see. Was it Mozambique or Zimbabwe? One of those places had a fricked up situation. Maybe it was Somalia or Sudan. No, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, he showed me a picture on his phone of oh, that's kind of gruesome. I'll tell you guys later. King of Bees, yes, that's right, dude, 100%. Yeah, it actually was Rwanda. Anyway, so he was Operation whatever there, commando action. Saw some crazy stuff and showed me a picture on his phone of a. Well, in the military, as you guys know, you got to stay sane. So sometimes you got to laugh at stuff that's not too funny. And so basically, he put there were some bodies that were buried on the beach, and there was a hand sticking out of the sand, and they put a can of Coca-Cola in this dead person's hand and took a picture of it. And that was, anyways, it's shocking, man. The horrors of war, you know. But Scramble the Jet says, I never tried chalk, and the only aircraft experience is from Battlefield 6. I just came from Instagram and made my Rumble account for you at the bank now, so I'm ordering shortly. Dude, Scramble the Jets. Dude, if you tell the bank, like, I'm on this live feed and, like, I got to order quick or I'm going to miss out on the deal, they're like, wait, this is like a scam, because people run into banks all the time, like, quickly trying to get their shit together. But, dude, can you guys picture? Scramble the Jets right now is at the bank to get his banking set up to place an order for chalk and get freebies as we speak. Where the heck is that, by the way, Scramble the Jets? Where are you? California, freaking New York City? Where are you, dude? That you're at the bank, so I can really picture it vicariously. Dude, Herbert gets a big discount. No, dude, we hooked Herbert up. Herbert is hooked up, dude, 100%. I was working KC-135E during the Desert Scrimmage. So is the Desert Scrimmage, is that Desert Storm? Or, let me type this in so I know. And by the way, you know what's funny, Herbert? Desert is, well, I'm not going to bust your balls, but the way I learned it is you want 2 servings of dessert, right? Because it's so good. So dessert is spelled with 2 S's. Desert is 1 S, but that's okay. King of Bees says, I know that daily is for men, but is the ashwagandha and tonkat okay for women to have? King of Bees, excuse me, King of Bees, look at this. Tonkat benefits for women. Listen to this. Hold on. Tonkat benefits for women. Listen to the benefits of Tonkat. Georgia. Well, dude, Scramble the Jets. You're going to get your chalk in like 2 seconds because chalk ships out of Georgia. Chalk ships out of Georgia, dude. Sorry, fat fingers, little phone. Shout out to Herbert, man. So, Tonkat Ali offers several highly prized health benefits for women, largely by supporting natural hormone balance and energy levels. Hormone balance. It helps restore optimal levels of testosterone and estrogen, which naturally decline with age in women. So you got to have a calibrated endocrine system. Libido and sexual health. Research suggests it can enhance desire and satisfaction. Some users also report increased sensitivity in erogenous zones. Oh, so like your nipples and stuff. Some of these are like, dude, well, look, chemicals, dopamine frying things, like pesticides, all this stuff gimps us. They're trying to take away our love. Anyways, it acts as a adaptogen, boosting physical stamina and muscle strength for women. It's popular among female endurance athletes, such as marathon runners, for improving energy utilization. Wow. Mood and stress management. Tonkat Ali has been shown to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, by up to 16% in both men and women, helping to alleviate tension, anger, and confusion. Wow. Healthy weight. Dude, look at this. By stabilizing hormones and metabolism, it may aid in optimizing your weight. Wow. That's the Tonkat Ali. Freaking cool. So hold on a second. Yeah, I was going to say Herbert's not old enough for Vietnam. But Tim, Mega Tim, I don't think is old enough. Yo, by the way, just so you know, Herbert, we have another guy on the live who was a basically Blackstone private security military guy, Chris James. He's a cop now, and he was private security or private like mercenary shit. Okay, now he's a police officer. Then we have Panzer Poppy, who No, Blackstone, or what is it called? Orange Rock or something? Hold on a second. No, not Blackstone. Sorry. Blackwater. Blackwater. Yeah, it was Blackwater. Um, and then we have what's his name? So we got Chris James with Blackwater, literally. Or the no, sorry, he's with the sister company to Blackwater. And we have Captain Walt, who was a tank commander in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Herbert, you probably freaking dropped supplies for Captain Walt. Okay, guys, hold on. 2 minutes left on the deal. Guys, 2 minutes left on the deal. Get your orders placed ASAP at chalk.com with the code 44life. This is the final literal call. Place your freaking order. There's people at cards, there's people in the sites, there's people all over the site. Get the male or female's Vitality Stack subscription. Apply the discount code 44life. You get a 44% off lifetime discount, and you get $160 worth of freebies. The chalk minerals and the $100 bag of chocolate powder. Go to chalk.com ASAP. Place your orders. You got a minute and a half left, and then we got to shut this freaking deal down, dude. Again, massive dose of freebies. You're going to feel like $1 million freaking bucks. That's right, Herbert. And how do you adjust to civilian life after being like that? Like, I imagine maybe Air Force is easier to adjust to civilian life, but maybe not if you had some traumatic events. Like the one guy I know, Canadian military, he has PTSD and stuff because I guess they got shot at a bunch of times and got shot down twice. So, they crashed once, but I don't think that, anyway, we'll figure it out. There's Tim. Okay, hold on a second. Scramble the Jets, though. I think we got to hold a slot for you because you're trying to order right now. He's at the bank as we speak. Just getting an update here from the site. Hold on a second. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Shout out to Dan, man. The globe. Do you guys like the globe behind me? Pretty sure it's flat, dude. Pretty sure it's flat. But can you imagine if they can lie to us about the very nature of the reality that we're in and what we're on? It's not that crazy to think that they can, like, what else is going on, you know? Okay. Grandfathered in. If you're on the site right now and you're placing your order, you're grandfathered in. You didn't just miss the deal, even though it's 2 p.m. because you're already on the site. You're getting grandfathered in to the deal. So congratulations to who are both on the site right now. There's at least 2 people who are moving carts around, placing their order. You guys are getting hooked up 100%. But it's grandfathered in for you because you're already on the site, and they don't like to say, get your freebies, and then you miss it by 1 minute and you're gimped. You know what I mean? So let me double check. Shout out to Georgia, by the way. Again, Scramble the Jets. If you place your order, or like when you're about to place your order, dude, it's going to be to you in like a freaking day, bro. You're in Georgia. It ships right out of Georgia. And it's based in Texas with an all-American customer service team. When you're talking to someone on the site, you're talking to a real person, not a Malaysian drone. Shocking, man. Do you guys have subsidies in the US too, where if you're an immigrant, you can come and let's say McDonald's will hire immigrants over citizens because the government pays half their wages? That's how it works in Canada. You come here from India, the government pays half your wage to any company who wants to hire you, and then every company hires you. I mean, I don't know about that, man. They must be the same size. No, they do. King of Bees. What do you mean? Yes, the sun and the moon are the same size. They revolve above us. We don't revolve around the sun. It's fake news. It's everything they tell us. The opposite is true. Space, planets, no. It's not space and planets. Everything is the opposite of what they say. Hold on a second. I haven't been to Toronto in like 6 years, dude. And I'm only like 2 hours away from it. Nothing brings me there, dude. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bangity, boom, boom, boom. Let me double check. Right. Just checking if any, so people are placing their orders right now. If you guys are on the site, quickly get them placed. Make sure you use that discount code 44life and you get 160 flipping dipping dollars of freebies, dude. Okay, hold on. One logged off. So we got one on the fence. I went to Jersey. They have such good milk and bakeries. Oh, dude, I bet. I bet. Yo, I follow Archaics, I think. Or maybe I don't. That's a brand. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I am subscribed to him. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, I'm on the wrong account. Hold on. Switch account. I don't think Thrax. I don't know that you're missing out just because you haven't left America. I mean, whatever. America's so big. You guys have like 10,000 different freaking zones over there. You can go hang out in East Coast, West Coast, up, down, freaking New Mexico. Okay, listen, I wouldn't really leave America either. I mean, fuck though, you going to Italy would be cool. Italy, baguettes, wine, like, yes, other countries would be cool to check out, but, you know, Florida's cool. You could dip your toe in world travel, but to live, I would live in the States. I would live in the States over Canada. I might soon because they're doing some weird shit over here. So, and Mrs. Shane Vibes is a U.S. citizen by birth, but doesn't have her papers. And so I could easily get grandfathered in. So I'll see you guys in the States, man. So when I go to the States, who's having me over? Me and 3 other dear souls. The whole fam jam. Shane Vibes is fam jam. Show me the shooting range. Show me the freaking ocean. Let's go, man. Don't worry, I have a lot. I'll bring a lot to offer. Okay, listen, guys, we're gonna go live in like an hour. Everyone just got like literally wiped out the site of freebies, so I'll see if Chalk can re-up on the freebie deal. I'll see you guys in like an hour. Have your live notifications on, man. A good question. Ask me that exact question in like 90 minutes dialed. Okay. Okay, I love you guys. We'll see you soon. Okay, and shout out to Herbert, man. And I just subscribed to Archaics on my actual YouTube account, so I'll check him out. And that's true, Herbert. Other countries are batshit crazy, 100%. Okay, we'll see you guys soon.